very much for enjoying the helping me with the motorbike comment. Many thanks indeed. Now one of our little scout cars. Rover Car Company had a small holding up in Wales, and he acquired one of these ex-military Jeeps. I think we've got to have them machine them up. But one of the other ways you can build these, and many have been built like it, takes a bit of a while, is to find a school or a college that teaches. Sadly, a few years ago, the powers that be decided we weren't going to teach heavy engineering anymore, and we went into engines to the front of the Scammell. The owner of the Scammell, she was actually sat in it really just if they needed the brake. More than anything, she certainly wasn't driving it. The engine was running, that was about it. She certainly wasn't driving, and those two little engines actually pulled back around the arena. That huge great Scammell Explorer pulled it around the arena. So don't ever underestimate the size of these little engines, and the power of steam really. Now we've got the first of our full-size engines. Very appropriate to have the be called advanced, because it is quite advanced. These were built about the time we were changing roller. When they were rolling the tar macadam, it would go, make a forward pass over the new freshly laid tarmac, and then it would come back again. But when it stopped, it would actually come to a complete standstill before it went into reverse. And then it's come round, they've got chains going to the front axle for the steering. So the Wallace and Stevens had a worm and a quadrant, so much more positive steering without having to take up the slack on chain. Following the advanced round, we've got another half-size 6-inch scale Foden steam wagons. 4-inch. We've got two young ladies in control of it today. Now we have another Wallace and Stevens. It's sat in the shed there, and the shed eventually collapsed over it. Some of the parts were actually lost, but now of course we have one of the most prolific builders of road rollers. This one was built in 1915 and supplied to Adrian here with his Wallace and Stevens Advance. This one spent his working life with the Frimley and Camberley Council. This one spent all his working life at Long Ashton Rural District Council down in Somerset. A lot of councils purchased a road built in Beckford, Norfolk, and at that time there was a competition to various manufacturers to design to build a small drivers. that one person can do the lot. And several companies put forward designs, built them, and they went into competition, and it was the borough that won it. And like a lot of things in those days, when you won something, you were given a gold medal. And from then on, these were known as the gold medal tractor. This one was built in 1920, and it was actually supplied. This one sat up a field at Ringmer for a long time, and required often used in yards, engineering yards, for lifting various things from equipment about, and also when blowing it down, stopping it in the bank on the other side of the river. And of course, once things changed with the tax on the boat, they had to be hauled back ashore again, and this is the type of job that Vera would have done with the winch and hauled the chains back.
I like the dent on this side, you know, and the missing bit of trim. Nice that.
Gray Ferguson that really took over from the standard Fordsons, I suppose, in a way. They were designed by Harry Ferguson, later Sir Harry Ferguson, at Banner Lane, and started to produce this little Gray Ferguson, and they were produced in their thousands. Many of them still working for a living today. Originally petrol only, and they developed and invented the Ferguson system, and that's the same basic system that's used on all mighty close to the steering wheel. On the back of this is two furrow Ferguson ploughs mounted on the back. And of course it would be a very, very powerful tractor for use in the field. You notice the chassis being extended. British Motor Corporation, which was Austin, Morris Woolsey and Ridley. They wider if you wanted to for working amongst rows of crops. For a long time Harry Ferguson had it his own way with a small tractor. Stuart Fordson's produced the little Dexter. And they left Crawley and drove all the way down to Cornwall by road. Incidentally, the next tractor coming along was one of the team as well, Shane Portman with his diesel made all the way round. Now, wherever they're parked up today, they're still raising money, so you'll find a collecting tin there. Do go along and give them a donation. This is the equivalent to the Fordson diesel major, that examples of which some of them were found in even worse condition than this. The rear end of the tractor, the back axle, the diff unit and the gearbox is so well engineered that they can stand the power of all these massive engines that they do. 35X, complete with a 4-loader, which is one of the attachments that you could buy to put on your Ferguson or your Massey Ferguson tractor. They kept the grey and red livery though. Another rare little grey Ferguson, so it can attach to the gearbox and the drive and everything, but it's been done. It's a bit of a challenge, but they got the very distinctive sound of the Field Marshal. Big single cylinder diesel engine, horizontal diesel engine. These were built by the Marshall Company up at Gainsborough in Lincolnshire, where they everything you would need there.
Pressure against the stop.
How'd you stop it? How'd you stop it?
Bottom of the clock.
Oh.